Welcome to Meeple Mentor. I'm Jared, and we're about to play Meeple Land from Blue Orange Games. Let's take a look. I'll show you how. Feel free to pause the video as needed to follow along with your copy of the game. For your convenience, I've added timestamps in the description to the different sections of the tutorial. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell below the video so you don't miss any of my latest content. Do you remember playing the old computer game Roller Coaster Tycoon? It was certainly one of my favorites. Meeple Land is very reminiscent of that experience, designing my own amusement park. The artwork and colors in the game are gorgeous and really gets you in the right frame of mind to run a park. In Meeple Land, up to 4 players will each get to build a theme park and attract guests to earn money and reputation points. Use tiles showing a variety of rides to populate your park, making sure to keep a path going from the entrance. Build up the most prestigious park by offering a diversity of rides, food services, gift shops, bathrooms, and more to welcome as many visitors as possible. Don't leave any guests at the entrance unable to come in, as they'll damage your park's reputation. Visitors in your park will give you revenue which you can use to buy more rides, as well as earn you reputation points at the end of the game. After 4 rounds, you'll compare your parks and see how you did. Place the parking lot board in the center of the table. Either side is fine. Put the small round marker on space 1 of the tracker. Shuffle all the bus cards to create a face-down deck near the parking lot. Flip over onto the board as many cards as there are players, plus 1. These bus cards show a number of colored meeples on them. Collect the color meeples shown and place them on their bus cards. Place the 4 plot extension boards and 4 extra entrance tiles near the parking lot board. Make a supply pool of the money in denominations of 1 and 5. Also create a supply on the table of all the visitor meeples in their various colors. Collect all the large square attraction tiles and shuffle them together into a face-down stack. Reveal 3 off the top. Collect all the rectangular attraction tiles and shuffle them as well, creating its own stack. From these, reveal 5 face up. Lastly, collect the remaining small square attraction and service tiles and create a shuffled stack. The backs of them will have colored meeples on them. Next to its stack, reveal 5 face up. All of these face up tiles are available to purchase. Give each player a large plot of land game board, a park entrance, score sheet, and pencil. The entrance should be placed near the path shown on one of the plot's sides. Throughout the game, players will be checking off the rides they place in their park on their own score sheet. The blue ticket token is the first player marker. The player who most recently visited an amusement park will take the ticket and be the first player for the first round. Or you can randomize it. Players will take turns in clockwise order, starting with the first player. The second player starts with $1, third player with $2, and fourth player with $3. The first player does not get any extra bonus. With that, you're set up and ready to play. At the start of a round, players will first earn grant money as shown above the round number you're on. Each player earns the full amount shown, so for round 1, everyone collects $15. At the start of round 2, everyone gets $10. Round 3, $5, and nothing in the final round. Next, players will take turns doing actions one at a time. You could buy a tile, advertise, or pass. The main action you'll be taking is to buy a tile from the face-up market tiles. You may only buy 1 per turn. Pay the cost shown on the tile to take it. Immediately place it in your park following certain placement rules. Then refill the market with a new tile from its stack. The large and medium-sized tiles are attractions, which can hold visitors, shown by the banners. Most of the small tiles are services, either burger shops, gift shops, or bathrooms. The small fountains are also attractions. To place a tile in the park, at least one of its paths must be connected back to the park entrance. The starting path on the map must be where the first tile's path connects to. You should cover up the square completely. Keep your park entrance standees near it to remember where the entrance actually started. Future tiles placed will extend out from there following open paths. The tiles must completely fit in the grid spaces. Any paths from tiles placed that are cut off by other tiles in the park will lose you points at the end of the game. Dead-end paths to nothing or paths leading off the map are fine. It's only when another tile blocks a path without connecting to it. You can have any number of attractions and services in your park as long as they are connected via a path to your entrance and are completely in the plot board. When adding an attraction to your park, the rules recommend you immediately check it off on your personal score sheet. There are 12 possible attractions, though you can have multiple of the same one. The more types of attractions you have at the end of the game, though, the more reputation points you'll earn. You should aim to diversify your park as much as possible for this reason. The back page of the rulebook shows exactly how many tiles of each type of attraction there are in the game. Some attractions show a service icon next to one of the visitor banner spaces. When placing visitors in your park later, you may only place one in these spots if you have the shown service tile directly connected to the attraction. So if the tile shows a gift shop next to one or more visitor spaces, you should look into buying a gift shop tile to attach to it. Some service tiles have more than one service on them, which can both service the tiles it attaches to. The services must connect to the tile via a path. Any tiles placed in your park may never be moved once bought and placed. You may end up running out of room in your park, so you may choose to buy a plot extension board. Each player may buy only one of these in the game. These cost $6 and must be placed on one side of your park, lining up the grid. You may not block your entrance with a plot though. In addition to these plot extensions, you may accidentally block your paths off so you can no longer build new tiles in your park. If this happens, you are allowed to purchase one new entrance tile. These cost $3 and can be placed next to your park grid at any empty space. The second main action you can do is to pay for advertising. To do this, look at the top tile of the small attractions tiles stack. It will show several meeples with a price. You may pay the shown price to the supply to gain the printed meeples. Take them from the visitor supply and add them to your park entrance. Remove the tile and place it on the bottom of the stack. When you gain visitors like this during the main phase, you may choose to immediately place them in your park. In fact, you can freely move around visitors on your turn or on other players' turns. In very rare cases, should there not be enough color meeples to fulfill an advertising tile or bus card, take as many as possible. The ones you can't collect are lost. You must still pay the full price. If there are no actions you can take on your turn, you must pass. You can also simply choose to pass. When you do, you're done for the round and get to choose a bus full of meeples to arrive at your park. Take the bus card and all the meeples on it and place it at your park's entrance. Place the meeples at your entrance and return the bus card to the game box. These meeples can be placed on free spaces on attractions that match their color. The small fountain tiles can accept any color meeple. If the banner for the meeple also shows a service icon, you may only place the meeple there if you have that service directly connected to the attraction. The required service must be directly adjacent and connected via a path. Any visitors that cannot be placed on attractions remain at the park entrance until they can be placed. The placement of visitors can happen simultaneously among all the players. After everyone's passed and collected a bus card, the round is over. After everyone has finished placing their new visitors, everyone collects revenue. This can be done in turn order to prevent mistakes in calculating earned money. Each visitor in the park provides $1 of revenue, and if the visitor is on a space with the plus dollar on it, they provide an extra $1 of revenue. Visitors still waiting at the entrance do not provide any money. Once everyone's collected their earned revenue, everyone should count up their total money. Whoever now has the least amount of money will take the first player ticket token and will become the new first player for the next round. To set up the next round, add new bus cards to the parking lot to refill it to player count +1. Add the meeples to the buses again as shown on their card. Finally, move the round tracker down to the next round. If it was the fourth round, proceed to end of game scoring. At the end of the 4th round, the game ends, and points are tallied. Money won't be worth anything, so there's no need to generate revenue or determine a first player. Once everyone has gained their final bus of visitors and placed as many visitors in their park as possible, continue to scoring. Each player will track their own score with their personal score sheet. First, look at how many different types of attractions are in your park. If you've kept up with marking them off every time you purchased and added one, you'll already have it filled out. Of course, you'll probably want to double check it to make sure it's accurate. The sheet references how many points are earned based on the number of different types you have. With 7 different attractions, gain 2 points. With 11 attractions, 20 points. The services in your park don't add any points, but the fountain counts as an attraction. Next, add up the number of green visitors and blue visitors in your park. Jot the number down, as each one is worth 1 reputation point. Now, add up the pink visitors and multiply by 2. Jot these down. Then do the same for the yellow visitors. Pink and yellow visitors in your park give you 2 reputation points each. Jot these points on the score pad on the left. Look at the visitor meeples still outside the park at the entrance. Each blue and green visitor is -1 reputation point. Each pink and yellow visitor is worth -2 points. Mark these on the score sheet as well. Add up your positive points on the left and subtract the negative points on the right. Write the total down to the right. Lastly, look through your park for paths that were cut off by other tiles. Each cut off path is -2 points. Add these up and mark the total negative points at the bottom left. Tally up these numbers and write in your final score. The player whose park earned them the most reputation points is the winner. In a tie, whoever had the least amount of negative points wins. If still a tie, the player with the most visitors inside their park wins. If no clear winner, they share the victory. Keep the rulebook handy and check BoardGameGeek.com for FAQs and extra content. Check the video description for links to Top Shelf Gamer for token upgrades, Cloud Puncher Games for board game shelving, and Mr. Meeple t-shirts for cool board gaming shirts. The Meeple Mentor channel is now part of the board game community, the Gateway Network, made up of great upcoming board game content creators. Originally founded by the Gamecasters podcast, the network includes Instagrammers, podcasters, YouTubers, artists, and even a board gamer-themed comedy series. Click the link in the video's description or head over to the Gateway Network's Instagram to find great new content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Like and subscribe if you found this teaching helpful. Stick around to watch another Learn to Play video. And remember, teach when you can, but always be learning. See you next time.